founded in the year 1958. That is before independence. And the reason for this organization was because a lot of women were clamoring to attend one meeting or the other in the United Nations. And the government then, because during that time, government was sponsoring every women group that were going out, even though they are not a organization. So they asked all the groups to go and come together and form an umbrella organization that will be taking care of women. So that when there are slots, when government wants to send people or sponsor people, they will just give the slots to that organization to pick the women that will go. So that was how National Council came to be. Then they started their work since then and prepared for independence. The National Council was part of the committees that prepared for the independence. And after independence, they continued working. And in 1967, in 1965, it was incorporated in the CAC. So many interventions that were done by NCWS, one of which was around 1967, I'm not very sure, when there was a strike, a general strike by the union then. They call it trade unions. That time we didn't have NLC, we didn't have TUC, but we had trade unions. So there was the first strike after independence, and it was NCWS that mediated between government and the striking unions. And there were so many other interventions, like women being put on the list of payee, which it was NCWS that fought for it. Before, women were not in payee. So when you are married, your husband is paying tax. So he pays his tax with your tax. So when you get to a certain level, you stop. So maybe like level 14, I'm just giving an example. You stop, your promotion, and the man will continue having his promotion, even if you have the same qualification. But the moment they started paying taxes, everything was at par. Men and women were just getting their promotions. It was NCWS that struggled for that. Their pass were working for the immunization thing, routine immunization. The work is in progress. Within the next 1 week, we're going to start training the women who are going back to the states to go and also work with their people for the immunization thing to be a success. We also work in child spacing, the one that you call birth control. But we don't call it birth control, we call it child spacing. Because when you space your children, you have enough to train them with. You know how many children you need, because by the time you space them, you know what you are spending on the one that you have already before you start preparing for another one. So it is some of the advocacy that we are taking part in. Also, genital mutilation, we are advocating for it, and that has been going on since independence. It is a continuous thing, and we are very happy that has reduced drastically in many places. Of course, we do other social issues too. The laws are there. The government has made available certain this in primary school is free, up to secondary school level is free. So we continue sensitizing the parents to take their children to school. Recently we hear on the media that even some people take their children to some places where they are being maltreated and they don't really mind. Both girls and boys. Sensitization, advocacy is what we can do. We advocate, we go to the lawmakers, talk to them, and they have been trying. We have so many kinds of laws put in place, but have they been domesticated in the states? If they have they been domesticated in the local government? Then if they have been domesticated, what are they doing to make sure that they monitor that these things are done, implementations are put in place? And for parents who refuse take their children to school, to obey such rules, what are the sanctions that are put in place for them? Because if something is not put in place that, oh, if your child of so age, between this age and this age, does not go to school, the parents will be liable and they will be punished by so. If government does not put that in place, then the parents can continue sending their children to hawk on the streets to bring them money. They will continue sending their girls to early marriage and so on and so forth. To be placed. Yeah. All we want to do, the organization should be a very strong umbrella for women, where all women organizations will be under. You know, we women, we like to be our own bosses. A lot of women don't like to be under any organization. They want to have their own organization and work on their own. But I want a time that will come that the National Council will be the umbrella of all organizations in the country that are female-based, so that we can work together. And when we want to have a voice, we will have one voice. We won't have voices that are all over the place, that without unity. Because one person will be singing A, another person will be singing B. But if we come together under the same roof, which I'm hoping, I'm planning that in the next 5 years, we hope that NCWS will be able to achieve that.